Hello, and welcome to this 4D Systems tutorial. Today I'll be showing you the process of designing, making, and using your own slider using the Smart Slider feature in Workshop 4. By the end of this video, you should be able to make your own sliders by following these same steps. I've also included a link to the project file in the description if you'd like to follow along, as well as the documentation for Smart Widgets if you want to dive deeper while working on your own widgets. Let's get started. The Smart Widgets Editor is a really powerful tool that lets you create custom widgets with up to 6 layers, including the base image. These layers can be stacked in any order, and each one can have its own motion, horizontal, vertical, or angular. You can even link layers together for synchronized animations, which is how we'll be getting that nice smooth slider movement. Smart sliders are available in both the ViSi and ViSi-Genie environments. Today I'll be using a Gen 4 ulcd 4.3 inch with capacitive touch and cover lens bezel. So to make your own smart slider, the first thing you're going to want to do is design the graphics that you're going to use. You can use any design software you like. Personally, I like using Adobe Illustrator for this kind of stuff. The main thing to remember is to save each element as a separate image. That's because the Smart Widgets Editor animates them layer by layer and each part moves independently. So here's an example I prepared. It's super simple, just so you can visualize how it works. So our first image is just this base image. This will be the static part of the slider, which does not have any color fill. The next image is a gray uncolored slider. This will be the base or the off state of our slider. Then there's the colored fill that moves along the slider as it's used. And finally, I have the knob here, or the handle graphic, which is what we'll be directly interacting with on the screen. So each of these will be imported separately into Workshop 4, and you can always add extra details like numbers, intervals, or textures, but I'm just keeping mine simple for this demo. Make sure to remember to export these as PNGs. Now that our graphics are ready, we can start building our program. So I'm just going to head over to the Widgets, Inputs tab, and then drag the Smart Slider onto my display preview. Since our slider is horizontal, I'm going to go to the Object Inspector and change the orientation to horizontal. Then I'm going to click the 3 dots next to the Config option. And if you haven't saved your project yet, Workshop 4 will prompt you to do that first. Once that's done, the Smart Widgets Editor window will pop up. So I know that this window can look a bit intimidating at first, but it's actually really easy to learn. So let's break it down quickly. On the top left, you've got your base image section. That's where you'll load your static background image I was talking about earlier. So mine is that gray slider base. Just below that, you've got some options for linking layers, showing numeric values if you want to use them, and a frame preview panel I'll show you soon. There's also a scaling option that controls how big your widget appears on the screen. On the right, we've got the layers menu. This is where we'll be controlling all of the layers other than our base image, and you get up to 5 extra layers to add onto your slider. So I'm going to go ahead and import the base image. This one's static, so there's nothing else to set up here. Now onto layer 1. This will be the gray fill that sits underneath the color and the base image. I'll enable the layer, load in the image, and make sure it aligns with the base. Then I'll move it below the base image. Since our base image is a PNG and transparent, this layer will still be visible even though it's sitting below. Now for layer 2, this is our colored fill. So it's pretty much the same process. Enable the layer, load the image, make sure it's aligned, and place it below the base image but above our gray fill color. Now you'll notice that once I've changed the layer format, the layers here also change. So now our layer 2 is our horizontal slider with no progress, because that is sitting below the first layer, which is above here. So these layers here correspond to these here. So you want to make sure that you're editing the right one. The easiest way to check that is by the name of your pictures. So right now it's just sitting there and it's static. So what we want to do is animate it. To animate our color, we need to add frames. I'm going to add 20 for this example. Now when I scroll through the frames, nothing's happening yet. That's because we need to define the motion. I'm going to change the min x value to -270. This basically shifts the image left to simulate the fill moving. Now as I scroll through the frames, you can see the color animating across the slider. Now that all of that is done, our last step is to add the knob. So we'll be doing the same thing, enable layer 3, load the knob graphic, align it. I'll set the X movement for the knob and add 20 frames. You might notice now that the frame count jumps way past 20 and the slider kind of breaks a bit. That's because the knob layer isn't synced with the other layers yet. To fix that, I'll go over to linked groups and tick the box to link the layers. Now everything's back to 20 frames and moving together. And that's it. Our smart slider is done. Now I can drag this widget around on the screen and start building the rest of my interface. You should now be able to design your own slider graphics, import them into Workshop 4, and bring them to life with the Smart Widgets Editor. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.